everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. If you are new, my name is Shannon. I am a mum of two and I do all sorts of videos here on this channel, including motherhood, lifestyle, travel and adventures, and just everything in between. My littlest is 3 months old, my toddler is 2.5, just over. He'll be 3 in January, and I like to just film when I can, what I can at the minute. It's a little bit trickier, having recently become a mum of two, but we're getting there. Today though, I wanted to sit down and do a bit of like an old school video. I have actually done this video before. I want to say probably about 2 years ago, maybe just under, and that is a what's in my nappy bag slash diaper bag if you're from the States, and yeah, just what we carry around. I have recently got a new one. One of you guys messaged me on Instagram to say you actually found me through that video that I did 2 years ago and that you'd love to see an updated version with the new bag, and I was like, that's wicked, yeah, I'll do that. So that's what I'm here to do today. I have got the bag here. It is a big one. It is a big one, I must admit. And it's funny because obviously before I had my newest little baby, we were kind of down to the smaller bag stage mostly with my toddler. I do still like to take a big bag because I like to just have everything, whereas my husband's like, Shan, why is our bag so heavy? Why are we carrying around the whole entire world? I like to. So basically the bag we had before was the Tiba Marl Elwood backpack. I got it in like a silver and it was from Vinted and I loved it. Once we knew we were pregnant with our second one, I started to get eyes for a model that would suit us better, I thought, and that is the Tiba Marl Elwood twin. So this is that, and it has basically everything that the Elwood has, but a little bit more. So the one I had before didn't have the drinks pockets at the side, whereas this one does. It has two, if you can see. The one I had before didn't have the hooks that you could hook onto a pram, whereas this one does. It's just got like a key ring on here from the previous owner, because I did actually get this from Vinted for £15. I'm so buzzing. It is amazing quality and like condition, and I was just so happy with that bargain because these retails for £165. I think they're twin one. So yeah, happy with that. Also inside this front pocket here, it's got 2 insulated drinks pockets rather than just the one, and I think they are the main differences. But also my husband didn't really like wearing the silver one. He wore it in Disney World happily, but out and about he doesn't really like wearing it. He just thinks it's a bit girly, but I think it isn't. I think it's like space rocket boy themed, but no. He doesn't. So we took this out yesterday for the first time as a family. Like, I've worn this on my own a couple of times already, but he just whipped it on his back and like walked away, and I was like, oh, look at you with your backpack, because the other one he'd always be like, oh, can you wear it, or like trying to shove it under the pram or whatever. So yeah, he's obviously happy with this upgrade, and I thought I'd just sit down and show you what we take. Now we are a mum and dad of two, and yeah, I don't know if this is boring, but I love these videos, so I hope you do too. So like I said, first of all, Tiba Marl Elwood twin backpack in black with the black hardware, and I'm just gonna kind of talk through it as I like open stuff out. So like I said, 2 outside drinks pockets. We tend to just have my little boy's drink in there, and obviously we'll just have water or squash, and we can tend to fill it up with water when we're out and about because he does drink a lot, so that will tend to live in there. In the other side, sometimes I'll have my bottle of water, but for today and for some days we have cars in there, because if there's anything you know about my little boy Buzz, my little toddler, he is obsessed with cars. And if we are out and we end up going for dinner or going anywhere that might not be necessarily for him, or like, you know, he doesn't find entertaining, he gets a bit like meh meh meh. So cars save the day. So I've just got 4 in there. He likes just the little Hot Wheels ones. We get them from boot sales, from supermarkets, from toy shops, from wherever. He loves them. So they're just here because yesterday I just wanted them in easy reach, so they can live in that side pocket. And we don't carry any other toys in this bag. Once my littlest one is like a little bit older, we'll probably carry like some stacking cups or something like that, and the fidget table spinners and things, because yeah, that will keep him entertained. But at the minute he's not quite at that stage yet. So in this main section, if you can see, by the way, the main imperfection on this bag, where I bought it second hand, is that the thread is like, I mean, it's tricky to show because it's a black bag, but it's come away a bit up here, and maybe a skilled person could like fix that, but I am not a skilled person, but it doesn't bother me, so that's fine. So as I open the bag, this is what you see inside. I'm not the organised queen I used to be with this stuff, I must admit. You'll probably, if you've watched my other video, you might be like, you've lost it, but this is what works for us. So here we go. First of all, I've pulled out 2 insulated bottles. I just got these from Amazon. I looked for ones that had reviews that kept the drink at the temperature it went in at for as long as possible, but also at like a decent price, because you can get flasks that are crazy expensive. But yeah, these had really good reviews. They're the Ancio ones. I will link everything I can down below. So basically I bought 2 in different colours, because the intention and what we use these for is if we need to make bottles up on the go. My baby is bottle fed, and so we can use the pre-made formula. We do that sometimes, but obviously that's like a little bit more expensive. What we do is we use the black one for boiling hot water, and we use the purple one for cooled boiled water. So if I know we're going out like later that day, or if I know I'm going out in the morning the night before, I'll boil the kettle and let that boiling water cool down, and then I'll pour it in here, and then I will reboil the kettle and put boiling water in here, and then when it comes to making a bottle when we're on the go. So next thing, we have this little formula dispenser. It has 3 sections, so can hold enough for 3 bottles. We do have another one as well, so we've got like 6, I think the other one's got 3, so yeah, 6 like portions poured out at a time usually, but we'll tend to take 1 with us depending how long we're going to be out for that day, but 1 quite often sees us through the time we're going to be out. And at the minute each one has got 6 scoops in, because he has 6-ounce bottles, although I definitely think we're about to go up. We grab a bottle and that we've sterilised, and how we sterilise them is with the Milton tablets, the cold water sterilising, and once you've sterilised them, as long as you put the lid and like the bottle all together, this will stay sterilised for 24 hours. So we tend to just be like really prepared and have those all ready to go, and just take however many with us that we need. If we're going somewhere where we can like pop back to the car really easily, I'll tend to like pop this stuff maybe in a separate bag and just put 1 made bottle in this bag or whatever. It really depends on like where we're going, how long, etc. So that is what we do in terms of bottles. Like I say, sometimes we carry the pre-made stuff, but it really does depend. Next, I'm pulling out just a little cardigan for my baby. We are going into, like, we're in autumn now, so it's like, it's really tricky to know what temperature places are going to be. It can be freezing cold outside, and then you go in the shops and it's boiling hot, or you know, he can be cold but then you end up putting him in a pram suit and he's got too many layers on. So I tend to just have layers that we can add, remove, whatever else. So even if he's gone out in a cardigan, some days he hasn't, so I want to have this in the bag prepared. Also got 2 muslins, because these are for everything, aren't they? Like, we always like lay one under his neck when we're feeding him, but also just if any gets on his face, or if he sneezes, or if my toddler's got a runny nose, which probably sounds a bit gross. We do tend to try and use tissues, but sometimes a muslin is what you've got to hand, and they just mop up everything. Sick, whatever else. Obviously we wash them at the end of every day, but yeah, always try and keep at least 2 muslins in the bag, because they are very handy. Next, I've just got a hat for each boyo. Again, we'll tend to have a hat in the car as well, but just in case, like, I like to have things in different places, because one day you'll be like, oh, there's a hat in the car, and then you'll go and you'll be like, oh no, he's left that hat in nursery or whatever. So if we've got one in the bag, and we've got one in the car, and we've got one on him when we've left the house, then touch wood, he will have a hat on his head, like the toddler and the baby, to be fair. So yes, both of those. Then we've got a change of clothes for my toddler and for my baby. I used to have these in pouches, and I might go back to that, but at the minute we've kind of just got them grabbable in little rolled up bundles. Buzz, I didn't really tend to need a change of clothes for, but now we're going into like autumn and like the wetter weather, he can get muddy and things, and so I prefer to have a change of clothes in case like he gets really like wet and jumps into too many puddles or whatever. So I've just got leggings and a long sleeve t-shirt because they're really like small and lightweight to carry around. And then for the baby, I've just got a vest and a sleep suit. I also have socks in that little rolled up bundle for Buzz too. I've got a little first aid pouch. I had this in the video before, I'm sure. And in here, we literally just carry random bits and bobs. So we've got plasters, paracetamols, antihistamines. Then we've got Calpol pouches for the little ones, and a Calpol spoon. And we've got some Bepanthen. We don't really use like nappy cream all that much. Well, we never did with Buzz. Like, he was never a nappy cream needer. He had really good skin, whereas Otis, I've definitely noticed, is a lot more likely to get like little bits of nappy rash, or like he gets like, he had like baby acne and stuff. Like Buzz never really had anything like that, whereas I think Otis definitely does have more sensitive skin. We've got Ashton and Parsons teething gel. We've got bite and sting relief cortisone, that was called hydrocortisone cream. I mean, this is for adults and children over 10 years of age, so yeah, this shouldn't be for the little ones. I've got contact lenses in here for me. I'm gonna look actually and find if I can get a bite and sting relief cream for little ones, because yeah, we've never actually had to use that, but I just want to have something in there just in case. And then lastly in there, I've just got some forehead like migraine stick. I use this when I'm pregnant because I try not to take as many tablets, and I do get bad headaches sometimes, although I don't really get bad headaches when I'm pregnant, it's more when I'm not. But anyway, this forehead stick does come in handy too. So that's everything I've got in that like first aid kit. To be fair, I've probably should have like sorted myself out before this video, because I've not like refreshed or kind of thought about topping up things in ages. There's probably things we used to have in here that we've run out of, but that's what is in here at the moment. And then I tend to just keep that in this like back section of the pouch. Once the bag's empty, I'll show you like the bag properly, but yeah, in this like laptop kind of section. And then also in there we just keep like a half pack of wipes. I don't want to carry around a big full pack because it's bulky and we carry that around elsewhere, but I'd like to have those in there just in case. And then there are like bottle pouches inside the bag as well, which again I'll show you. And in there we just keep a little pack of tissues, and then what else do we keep in the main section? Just a little folded up blanket. Again, we do tend to have a blanket like with us separately. I keep one in the car. I've got a little box made up in the car of like things that we might need, like emergency box. And then I also try and take a blanket with us, like if we're going for a walk or whatever. But this is just like an extra little one in case we get caught out. It's lightweight and it just folds up really easily at the bottom. And then at this front section is like the snack station, the milk station. So like I said, the twin has got two stretchy insulated bottle pockets, so we will have one in there made up, ready to go, and then obviously that's like made up just before we leave the house. That doesn't sit in there for days on end. And then I tend to carry around a dummy too. Now Otis really hasn't taken to dummies, Buzz never did either, but sometimes it works. Like if we've tried loads of things, sometimes a dummy does work, but generally it doesn't. So I just thought there's no harm in carrying it around. Also in that section we've just got a little anti-bac. I just like to anti-bac my hands when we're out and about. And then we've just got some various snacks. If we're going out for a day, like I'll try to pack a little Tupperware with like some pastry pinwheels that I've made. I always have a stash of those on the go. Some chopped up grapes or whatever else, just like fruit and things. But I also do always have like packaged snacks in there that are just ready to go. So Buzzy likes these little dino real fruit twistings just from Aldi. They're like Go Bear, are they called Go Bear? Bear Yo-Yos rip-offs. Some strawberry yogurt raisins, some Serene, Buzz loves Serenes, and some normal raisins. Just sometimes we'll have crisps in there, sometimes we'll have breadsticks. It really does depend. Also in there I've got one in the main section too, just one of the like Lenore outdoorable things, I think it's called, you know, like a tumble dryer sheet. It smells really nice. Just when I buy something secondhand, like a bag, as much as it didn't smell bad, it just didn't smell like fresh, I suppose. Like it really didn't smell bad, but I just like to pop these in there because it just freshens it up. So I just fold one up and pop it like in the pocket or at the bottom. That's the top tip for you. Also in that front pouch I've got this Vital Baby sanitizing water spray. You can get like a big bottle, and I think a lot of people get the big bottle and then like refill this, but we just tend to use this with things like if he's having his bottle and it falls on the floor and we've got like no other option, I'll kind of try and clean that off and then spray it over with this, and that like sanitizes it, and it's like safe to swallow, and it says, yeah, spray soothers, teethers, bottles and more for effective sanitization on the go. No alcohol, preservatives or fragrances, ideal for sensitive skin, can be used directly on baby's hands, skin, soothers, teethers, toys and feeding equipment. So yeah, this is just really handy when you're out and about, they drop their dummy or whatever, and you can just give it a spritz and they're ready to go again. And then I think, is that the last thing? Oh, in that little section as well, I just carry a fork for Buzz because I just prefer him to use like a little fork rather than like a big one in a restaurant. Obviously once we get 3 more months down the line and weaning starts, this will have bibs again, and it will have like baby puffs and whatever else, purees, whatever. But for now, Bubba isn't on food, so this is how it is, but it will all change again soon enough. And then in this very front pocket, I don't think I've got anything. No, I haven't. Just another outdoorable thing. Now the bag is empty, I thought I'd just show you it. Well, it's empty except for the cards that are in this side pocket. So yeah, in this main section you have, if I can fold this over, you've got this like laptop kind of bit that you quite often get in backpacks, and you've also got two, I might just pick you up and like show you, that might be easier. So you've got the laptop section I said about there, and then you've got two like little kind of elasticated pockets that you could pop pens in or cars in or whatever. And then yeah, the main bit of the bag, it's really hard to show you actually with one hand, but then yeah, you also have this front pocket that's got the two elasticated bottle holders, which are insulated, so really good for keeping a bottle at temperature for a little bit longer. And then in this section is just where we would have the snacks, and then yeah, this little zip bit here is just like another little pocket, and then the side pockets for a drink. Ollie saw those and he was like, oh, that's not big enough to put a bottle in, but it definitely is. So yeah, that's that. And then on the back it's just these thick black straps, obviously adjustable. I just think I love this bag so much. And then you've got these little bag hooks here that you then get hooks to go on the bar of your pram, and you can like hang it off there, which we've not done yet, but yeah, we have only had this bag like a week. I am really happy with this bag. I really like it. Obviously I've had one before, but this is just like a slight upgrade, or yeah, I'd say it's an upgrade, but it's just more suited for 2 kiddos. We could definitely use the other bag for 2. We have been for the last 3 months, but I do feel happier having this. So obviously I've called this a nappy bag / diaper bag, but there were no nappies or diapers in there. What we actually do, let me pop you back down again, for nappies and things, is carry around this. This tends to just sit in the basket of our pram, or I can fit it in the backpack as well, like if we're not taking the pram or whatever. And it is a changing mat nappy bag thing, so this is really handy. I prefer to have this rather than to have everything just in the backpack loose, because the backpack's big or whatever, and if you just need to run off and do a quick nappy change, you can grab this and you just know you've got what you need. So we have had this since Buzz was a baby, so it is probably looking a little bit grubby now, but in this front pocket we just keep nappy bags and usually, yeah, a nappy cream as well. You open it out, and like I said, this does look a bit grubby now, but it is just like where I've sprayed it with like anti-bac and stuff. There's like watermarks, but this opens out into a big changing mat, and I'm actually holding it upside down because this is like a pillow for the little one's head. And then you open it out, and Buzz is still in nappies. We're very close to potty training basically. I think he has been ready, but I've not been ready because where I've had a newborn, it felt overwhelming to try and potty train him at the same time as having like a newborn, and also I didn't want it to be like a thing like he has done lots of like toilet times on the potty, quite often after a bath and stuff he'll go, but yeah, I just didn't feel ready. And I know that sounds probably awful to admit that I've like held him back, but it just felt a lot to like, if he was like potentially having accidents around the house and we were like adjusting to new life, and I didn't want it to feel like now we've got a baby here that, oh, you can't be a baby anymore because we've got a baby. Do you know what I mean? I do just have one side of Otis's nappies, one side of Buzz's nappies, and then it just folds like this, and then in this other end are just the wipes. So again, I don't tend to put like a full pack of wipes in here if I can help it, because it folds up a lot nicer if it's like a half pack, and then we'll always have a full pack in the car as well, like in case. But honestly, we have changed their bums on this everywhere, like in the park, on the grass, like in the boot of the car. I always lay this on top of changing mats and then give everything a spray over after, or like a sterilising wipe after, because I don't like to lay them straight on like a hard changing table in a toilet, or they just always look really grimy. Yeah, this has been everywhere with us. We took it to Disney, we literally take it everywhere. This is a lifesaver. I don't love the design, but it really doesn't matter for what it's worth. It's a really good product. It's got a little handle here. It's also got a clip here that you can clip to the pram, which I never do because I feel like the wipes could fall out sometimes, or I don't know. We just have never really needed to do that. It just slips in the basket underneath. But that's where the nappies live. And I tend to put a couple of each of their nappies in there, and then have like extra either in the car or in the backpack, depending on where we're going. And then another bag that we will sometimes have with us is this bag, which is basically Buzz's fun bag. If we're going somewhere that is like a relative's house, or friends who don't have little ones, or to a restaurant, or like we took this to a wedding, things like that, I like to have this bag packed, ready to go with things that he doesn't see all the time, so that when we pull it out, it's new, it's exciting and entertaining, and he won't be like, I just pulled my hair then, did you see? He won't be bored. So in here, it's a really nice, decent bag. I got this from Shop Disney. It actually went onto the Shop Disney outlet. Actually, no, I think I got this from Amazon. Did you know Shop Disney has a shop on Amazon? Anyway, I'll link it below if I can still find it. I did get it a couple of months ago now. But inside here, we just have one of these mess-free colouring things. I think this one is actually almost done. And it's got like sheets in here that, yeah, you basically colour in, but you use these special pens that when the lid is off, like if I were to draw on this anywhere else, it doesn't come out any colour, but this magic paper makes it come out a colour. We have actually got him another one for Christmas, so I'll probably swap this one out then. But he loves that. He's not mega into colouring, but he really does enjoy that. He's also got this in here, which he was given at that wedding actually, but we've not used it yet. But yeah, it's just some more colouring, and this came with a pack of pencils, which I think is in the bag. So yeah, we like to just have little like activity things. And then also we've got one of his favourite books in there. This is Terrific Trains, one of the Amazing Machines books. I've talked about these quite a lot on my Instagram and on videos on here before. If your little one is into vehicles, they are fab, like quite educational but interesting and like fun. We also have some of these books. I bought these in Tesco. He doesn't really love them. I thought he would, but yeah, they're maybe a bit babyish for him. But you basically open it out and it's like you're driving like a car, and then this one is like you're flying a plane. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've not really shown them to him all that much, but yeah, they're just like quite compact and light, and I'm sure as his younger brother gets older, maybe they'll suit him more. But yeah, just a couple of other books. And then we've got an Orchard Games game. This one is In My Bag I Packed. I think I just got this in Aldi, and yeah, it's kind of like a bingo type game, I would say. There's all these cards and you each have a coloured backpack, and yeah, it's like a race to fill up your backpack with the things. It's like how you're supposed to play it, but if he can play this on his own too, he just likes matching all the pictures. So yeah, that is a good one. Again, really lightweight and small. We have some flashcards in here. He loves a good flashcard. Could probably actually do with some new ones because he knows all of the flashcards he's got now. But yeah, these are just some lightweight like Cocomelon ones. And we've got some snacks, some more yogurt covered raisins, obviously just in the bottom there. And then last thing is another colouring set, which maybe is a bit boring to have so much colouring in there, but this one is one that you fill the pen with water and you draw on the pages with the water, and it like makes it go a colour. Again, he's not mega into colouring, but ones like that he does enjoy. So that's everything he's got in there. We do also have this little pouch, which is usually full of cars, but the little monkey found his bag, ransacked the cars out of it, and has run off with them. So I'll fill this back up with some cars, because ultimately that is what he enjoys to play with the most. And then yeah, we just always keep this bag packed in the like coat and shoe cupboard, ready to go with us. So that is like all of our bags, our nappy bag, our actual nappy bag, and like our entertainment bag. Obviously that is really excessive and we don't carry all of those things around all of the time. We do use a smaller bag if it's just Buzz, like obviously his nursery bag is smaller, and whatever else, but I do like to have things I need. I don't know if I'm missing things. I've not come across a situation yet where I'm missing things. Obviously in summer we carry sun cream and sun hats and whatever else, but generally we are pretty set with what we need in the bag. So let me know if there's anything that you carry around that's like an essential. Obviously when Otis starts weaning, like I said, it'll be bibs and like his little spoons and things, but yeah, that is what we use. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you did. I would love to know who's been watching, and yeah, how old your little ones are, and if you found it useful and all of that. I really enjoy, like, one of my recent videos, I had quite a lot of like feedback and like you guys commenting, and it honestly made me so happy. Like I can't explain to you, just so lovely. Like when people are like, oh, I normally am a silent watcher, but I just wanted to message and say, and I was like, oh, it's so lovely. So thank you guys. But I'm gonna start waffling now because I've just filmed another video. I filmed this video, I've got a couple of things to do for Instagram, and then I want to go and spend the day with my boys. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you very, very soon for another video. Bye guys. Mwah.